As a preface to my testimony with the Hebrew alphabet, I am sharing my truth in the following words. You may ask who I am to share my truth, and I will tell you. I am me. I have struggles, I have habits, I am not perfect. I can barely make it through my day half the time. I have work, a family. I have made good choices, I have made bad choices. I have overcome much, and am continuing to learn from even more. I am me. I am Treya. Much of the teaching in my life comes from my heart, as I cannot pinpoint when the door to my heart was opened. I was blessed in this way to not come with a lot of programming meant to lock the inner door. What drew me to the letters is the joy and peace it brings me to see the spiritual process we are all going through has been recorded, that we weren't left here alone without consolidation and direction. They are confirmation of truth I have on the inside. We are given the freedom through these letters, and for many caught in programming and dogma, the permission that we may follow our own internal truth from our heart rather than follow someone else's truth imposed on us through good or bad intention. I see them as giving confirmation for what I feel is true in my heart, which is how I have always gauged truth. I feel many just need the permission to open their door, to find their light, rather than needing teaching by any specific person or idea. As once their door is opened, they will take care of the teaching themselves. Every aspect of life is teaching. Every interaction, every person, every sin or misstep, every accomplishment. Once the door is open and we are listening to the whisper from the heart, we begin the reflection in these teachings, the understanding that we need to acknowledge and learn from every interaction in our life, the constant monitoring and the adjusting and the growing from these experiences. The importance of self-reflection and realization and correction. Every teaching, every word we read or experience we have is important. The heart filters the endless information into a truth. We take all of these pieces we have experienced, inform, and develop a truth for ourselves. No one thing is the answer. The answer is the accumulation of truth you have understood to be the self. These letters provide the authority for people to do just that. Something tangible to make it safe to follow their truth without feeling they are not supported. I see a potential for unity in these letters that I have not seen with anything else. The separation is why I never ascribed to any religion prior, as I never felt separation was the truth. We all have an inner light. We all have an inner truth. We are all connected to God, and we all have access to the teaching and oneness with God within. When we speak from the heart, we are speaking our truth. When we are all speaking from the heart, we will be unified in truth. These letters not only give us the permission, they powerfully speak to the inner man, the heart, the whisper of the light. They powerfully and energetically express that the endless seeking, nourishing, understanding, and remembering the expression of our true self is the way. I want to share my testimony with the teachings of the Hebrew alphabet. I have to say Carrie and Ken intrigued me right away. They have such a beautiful and artful expression that resonated in my heart as truth. I try to live by direction in my heart, seeking answers to visions, dreams, or just an internal knowing and constant self-reflection. I was searching the meaning of a vision I had, and I came to one of their videos, The Scent of the Rose, the Jasmine event. I cried, I felt my heart expand. I felt so much love and joy in their artistic expression. It was truly one of the most beautiful things I'd ever heard. I proceeded to watch many more of their videos. I watched many of the ancient Hebrew wedding teachings and some of the Hebrew alphabet teachings. I continued to watch their excavations as I thought that what they were finding was very interesting. I did not feel like I had a complete understanding, but it did feel like truth to me, so I continued to listen. I felt I needed to experience the letters in my own way to gain better understanding of them. I decided to make flashcards for each letter. There were many synchronicities in their teachings that matched up with what was happening in my life, so I felt I was following the right path and studying these more closely. I used many different resources and created flashcards with pictures of the letters in both the pictograph form and the Hebrew letter form. I pulled various information from different sources based on what I felt true by the pictograph and what it meant to me and what I had heard from Carrie and Ken speak of in their teachings. Then I had found the other resources. I sat with each letter. I thought about what the pictograph symbolized. Then I looked for information to add to my flashcards. As I sat with each letter, I thought about how it corresponded to the spiritual journey I have been on, the lessons I have learned, the experiences I have had. I related each letter to me personally. From the beginning, I felt so much love and peace inside. I was studying these letters during the election and right after. As I looked around, there was so much chaos and differing points of view. These letters brought me much peace internally. Nothing outside seemed to have an effect on me. I was always very neutral, but the letters really drove that home. I had been searching for confirmation of my truth, proof that what I have always felt would be in some way validated. These letters supplied that, the nourishment I was seeking. I have to say, "Hey" is my favorite. When I came to that letter, I felt like I was spinning in a field with sunlight on my face, arms outstretched in the air. This is often how I see myself in higher levels of consciousness. But "Hey" really brought it out, and it is still my favorite letter. I included that as an example of how I personalized the letters. In order to explain how I felt at the end of the alphabet, I need to explain where I have been at with religion and the Bible as it is written in English. I have tried many times to read the Bible, to find meaning within the words. I knew there was something we need. I always felt like there was something off or not quite expressed in the way I felt to be truth, but that it was somewhere just out of grasp. I thought I must be missing something and questioned myself. Who am I to say there is something missing or not quite right? I know this is really hard for many to hear, but the one thing I have known my whole life is my true light and my truth within is incorruptible regardless of who tells me what to believe. If it doesn't feel like truth in my heart, I don't include it in my assessing of truth of self. There are many truths I did see, but many inconsistencies with my truth that made me turn away. What made me turn away ultimately was the lack of unity in the Word of God, that the Word was taken so differently by different religions. I could not understand how any of that could possibly be truth. To me, God is God. God is everything. I knew I could never commit myself. That did not feel unifying and inclusive of all people. I took a journey through the letters. I saw myself in the midst of this journey through all of my mistakes, all of my perfections, all of my lessons. I saw my strengths and my weaknesses. I came to a revelation at the end as I came to the Tav. I saw Christ. I saw that no matter how imperfect I am, that as long as I am following my heart with the Sun of Spirit on my face, that I am on the right path. I am following the teachings of Christ, and I will one day know myself to be a beacon of truth as well. Maybe not in this lifetime, but someday. I know I am on the right path, and I know I will have the mark, as I will be bearing the weight of my own cross in my own process of forgetting and remembering the Aleph through the Tav.